It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to yet another Minute Microscopy. I'm Eric Rosenblatt, and today I'd like to share a few thoughts about employment. More specifically, about something that's overlooked or even belittled by society at large. It's certainly misunderstood by many, and that would be freelancing. So, at least here in the States, it's almost a general assumption that kids will go through school and naturally go to college. In fact, we're told if we don't, we won't amount to a hill of beans as an adult. Kind of makes one wonder why standard public education is so insufficient to prepare kids for adult life that it's universally expected they'll pay exorbitant fees for additional private education. But that's a topic for another video. Anyway, we're told that we need to go to college to get a degree so that we can have a career, as if that's the only way to have a fulfilling life. Sort of like how everyone assumes the natural course of any relationship is to drift towards marriage and kids. But that too is the topic for another video. I don't know, the whole idea of a career sounds like the opposite of fulfilling. It sounds boring. Sure, they always say you'll make more money, which is technically true, but that comes at the cost of living an interesting and good life. I'll take a pay cut for happiness any day. It seems so formulaic to put an educational emphasis on a single career path and stay with one line of work and one job for the rest of your life. What a dull and myopic existence that must be. It's also one where if the work you do becomes deprecated, well, you're fucked because you have no other skills and experience. So I guess I'll just come right out and say freelancing is superior to a career. Though I've had my current job for over 10 years, I consider myself a freelancer because most of my employment history has been all over the map. I've been a computer repair technician, a cable TV installer, worked at a retail shipping company, started and ran a gaming cafe. I've been a photolab technician, industrial robotic mechanic, pizza delivery driver. I started and ran a printer repair company with my best friend to now end up as a retail IT technician for a nonprofit company. And that's not counting all the side hustles and gigs doing pretty much everything. So the thing is, it can sometimes be risky taking a leap of faith into something you've never done before, but it can be exhilarating and rewarding in so many ways. Each new job gives you bonus experience and skills. It's like having more tools in your employment toolbox. Additionally, freelancing gives you the capability to choose what you do and when you do it. You're never stuck in a rut. I know many people want consistent pay and job security, but is doing the same thing at the same place for your whole adult life a good thing? There's a wider world out there to experience, for God's sake. It's annoying that employers don't tend to comprehend the value of freelance experience, as they usually reject applicants who haven't had stable employment. It's also infuriating that governments don't seem to get it either, enacting legislation to force companies hiring freelancers to treat them as hourly workers, effectively driving a stake through the heart of what freelancers value most: independence and flexibility. I guess what I'm getting at here is we should stop listening to the voices telling us to commit eternally to an uninteresting way of life, being yet another cog in the machine, grinding away day after day, sitting in traffic for the daily commute. Yeah, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it for a while, but not forever. We should freelance forever. Just quit your job on a whim and work somewhere different, or start a business, or take some classes, get a few certifications. Even if you stay employed at one place, It's a good idea because you never know when the axe may fall on you. I always say, what's the worst they could do? Fire me? Because I have nearly infinite backup options at my disposal. I don't know. Having a variety of experience not only makes you a better employee, it makes you more capable in general, more independent. I don't know. Sorry for the meandering rant. It's just some thoughts I had swimming around in my head. Being an anarchist politically and a relationship anarchist, I suppose I'm also a career anarchist, since the logic that led me to one led me to the other and to this. In closing, I'll pose this question. What do you want on your tombstone? He was an accountant and father, or something more memorable and fascinating?
What do you want on your tombstone?
Pepperoni and cheese.
Hey, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. We got a little something for everybody. Full-length episodes, short episodes, medium-length episodes, lightning rounds, all kinds of stuff. Every topic you can think of. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends.